Yeah, let me tell you something about high school. Like, the standards for high school. The thing about it, high school is a lot more open compared to middle school and elementary school and a lot of that stuff. With how the teachers don't really like get at you too much. Like, they don't come for you asking, why didn't you turn this assignment in? Or, well, they kind of, some teachers do that, but it's like, it's been a while since I've been in like elementary school and middle school, but it's like they kind of like, it's a little more hands off, and some teachers are like, they just straight up, it's like, I don't know, they won't even hold the door for you, kind of thing. Like, not that like they wouldn't hold the door for you, but it's like, in terms of like teaching approaches, like they they straight up make you feel bad for asking them to do the bare minimum of their job. It's like, we're not gonna cuddle you, we're not gonna hold your hand because it's not gonna be that way in college. So you should be able to do this. Are you asking me to use the bathroom? I'm just making examples. I'm not gonna say who these relate to. Obviously not. I don't want to expose anyone, and I also don't want to expose myself. But anybody who knows could probably guess some of, or think of like their own teachers who may be similar to this. Because honestly, I'm breaking away from the same spouse thing. How many Goldies are gonna be sitting inside of this one thing? Yeah, I'm going off topic, but like, me personally, I don't think I've ever really had a strict teacher, as people say. Like, some teachers, sure, I guess you could say they have like tight guidelines they want you to follow, like speak a certain volume, don't do this, don't do that, and kind of stuff. But those are just preferences. Like, I think like most examples where I've seen people calling like a teacher strict, it's just like those people are really loose. They don't like that the teachers aren't just letting them do whatever they want and fool around however they want. So they think that they're strict just because they won't let them act like a fool. And I low key, I just give them the side eye when I listen to it, and then I have that teacher, and it's like I have no problem at all. But then I have an idea of what that person does, and they're calling it strict. It's a little funny with those. Yeah, back to the topic of standards. I don't even know where I was with standards. Like, what even was I talking about? All right, yeah. Like, in high school, you literally have to set your own standards to get things done. Like, okay, do I wanna? How well do I think I need to do on this test to succeed and not fail the class? Yeah, that's a good example. So most people I knew, they straight up, like, it's crazy to me. Like, I don't think my standards are that high, but like my standards, I I really want to do well, and I'm in a family that has pretty pretty high standards, I guess. Not really that high, but compared to other people, I guess it is high. Like, my family wants me to do well as best as I can, to get like A's and B's. That was the standard that I grew up with, getting A's and B's. Like, I was told you can pass college on B's, but to not get C's. So C's were the forbidden grade. A C or worse, that was just like, that was something that would put me on immediate like what's the word? It was very bad. And if I got something like a C or worse, then I'd probably get flagged for immediate punishment, and I might receive the belt. Though obviously I'm much older and much wiser, so I have escaped such punishments and maintained my grades. But yeah, it was very frowned upon getting like grades like a C or below. So like I really was like stressing over getting a good grade. So I made it a point to strive for an A and settle with a B. Like that was what I did. Shoot for an A, settle with a B. That was the motto-ish kind of thing. This is really bad. What's going on here? We have more than enough. Bingo. Oh, that was the last wave too. Yeah, I was really stressing. So my standards were supposedly pretty high. Because when I got to high school, I find out all these people, they don't care. They don't care at all, bro. Like I see so many people who are like, they get a C, and it's like, oh my gosh, let's go, I got a C, let's go. I'm like, that's a C, bro. That's a C. You're cheering for a C, and then people get like straight up an F. They don't even care. Like if they get a D, it's a straight face. They don't even bat an eye. Bro. And what's sad with some people, it's like, it's not that they don't care, but like they feel like they can't do any better. It's like they kind of are like giving up on themselves when they see the bad grade, and they just don't try anymore. But that's the sadder case. Like some people didn't care, and some people like did care, but like they did bad, and like that hurt them. But it was really interesting for me, and in high, that's another gashing ad. It was really interesting for me, and in high school, just seeing that whole thing of standards and how they could deviate. And then there's some people I heard about who are like crying when they get like a C. Like I know that like I'm on alert when I get grades like a C. Like if worse comes to worse, I'll accept a C over anything worse than a C. But like some people will straight up, I heard that someone cried over like getting stuff like a B, and they retested so they could get like higher than a B. Like I can't imagine retesting to get higher than a B. Like that's where I think that I'm normal, because I wouldn't cry over straight up not getting an A. Like if I get a B, okay, that's good. But like crying over getting like a B or a C, it is not that deep, bro. It is not that deep. For sure is not that deep. But I think it's a good thing to have standards, because like those people who were apathetic and didn't care and didn't have standards, like it was pretty obvious to tell like what they were getting at the end of the day in school. Like I get it, school sucks, I'm gonna say school sucks. Like, you know, anybody who says school doesn't suck, they're lying. I'm partially joking about that, but like in America, like I don't know how school like is other places, but I hear that it's a little bit better with like something about it's better. I don't know what's better about it, but something. Maybe the food, the food here like is 50-50. Like something might be good and then the rest of it is just like what am I eating? Are prisoners getting better food? Those are the thoughts that usually happen, that occur. And then other times it's like, this food's not that bad. They might be cooking. Right. There's so much to talk about with school. Like literally. I don't even know where I was like oh I was talking about like comparing schools and stuff. Wake up, wake up. Okay. Like yeah, I'm actually lost. I do not know what I was talking about. There really is a lot to talk about with school. I could literally talk about anything. I might, you know what? That might be the thing that I do. I'm just gonna make a bunch of videos talking about like my high school experience or whatever, because I can yap for days about something like that, and I honestly don't know what else to talk about. And you know, there's probably some high schoolers out there who are, you know, going through it, that experience. The high school experience is kind of rough on some people,